The role of conscious awareness in product attribute perception. The reading chosen to illustrate this topic focuses on consumers' decision-making processes. It reveals that there is not only a conscious process in decision-making, but also a non-conscious component that arguably plays a larger role in affecting a consumer's decision. While conscious decisions imply thinking about different options before coming to a conclusion, non-conscious decisions are the ones that occur outside of our awareness and more frequently than we realize. It is critical that marketers address such implications. 3 points will be addressed here, which all have an important effect on consumer behavior: the choice set, consumer knowledge, and situational factors. Let's start by looking at choice set. Choice set refers to the way that characteristics of products affect our perception of it and the way we make decisions. Let's look at a Burberry scarf, handmade and 100% cashmere and the ultimate luxury accessory. Then let's look at this calculator. It does the job, but not much else. What is the difference between those 2 items? It comes down to the characteristics of the product in relation to you. Firstly, hedonic products generate emotional arousal, meaning that they are associated with how they make you feel, with benefits being of an aesthetic or symbolic nature. The Burberry scarf is a hedonic product because it's associated with feelings of pleasure, luxury, and status. Other examples include something even as simple as an ice cream, attracting customers who just want to experience the emotional benefits and therefore more likely to make a non-conscious decision. Conversely, the calculator has little to no emotional appeal. Its appeal is of a rational nature. It's a utilitarian product, which means that purchase of these goods is driven by functional aspects. Often, these purchases are associated with a higher level of consciousness when it comes to decision making. Some examples include a washing machine or an encyclopedia. However, we have to keep in mind that it's never black and white. Often products will contain aspects of both characteristics, and marketers must remain mindful of consumers' decision processes. Next, we will be looking at the role of knowledge in decision making. Compare a Formula 1 driver buying a new race car and a middle-aged man buying the same car to impress girls. What's the difference in their decision making process? It's not only their intention, but also their knowledge about the product. Presumably, the Formula 1 driver is knowledgeable about cars, therefore making him an expert, whereas the middle-aged man isn't, making him a novice. As a luxury good, the race car involves a complex purchase situation, and you can say that the expert makes a conscious decision while the novice makes a non-conscious decision. Since novice has limited prior knowledge, they are more susceptible to other stimuli such as advertising and sales techniques. Conversely, in a simple purchase situation, such as buying a jam, it is the experts that make a non-conscious decision, performed automatically due to prior knowledge. The novice make a conscious decision, as they use their cognitive resources for the decision making. Situational factors are important in consumer decision making, but why? For example, a consumer is shopping with friends just before lunch when their attention is drawn to their favorite perfume on sale. However, the checkout line is long and their friends are talking about wanting to eat lunch. Given the busy conditions of the store in addition to the influence of their friends, the consumer decides not to purchase the perfume at the moment. The next day, the consumer returns alone, having just eaten, and decides to purchase the perfume as the line for the registers is short. The various influencing variables on a consumer's purchase decision refers directly to Black's taxonomy of situational factors, which specifically include acknowledging the consumer's physical surroundings, social surroundings, temporal perspective, for example the amount of time the consumer has already spent shopping, task definition, for example the purchase decision itself, and antecedent states, for example, the moods or conditions immediately preceding consumer's choice. Physical surroundings, temporal perspective, and antecedent state factors are shown to have a greater influence on non-conscious decision-making, while social surroundings and task definition influence conscious decision-making more. The article consequently enriches our understanding of consumer product perception, as we now acknowledge the role of non-conscious decision-making as well as conscious decision-making.